My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to the Bazaar. We're going to be playing as Vanessa. I finally remembered that I have unlocked new skins. And also that one of the skins I like the most for Vanessa, I actually have. So we'll be using that this time. Vanessa's quarters shows us Narwhal, happy little friend, look at that face. Every 4 seconds, deals 12 damage. It's an aquatic weapon and a friend. There's Pet Rock. If this is your only friend, your items have 10% additional crit chance. It also does 15 damage every 5 seconds. And then the Revolver. Every 4 seconds does 15 damage, has 20% chance to crit. And when you crit, fully reload it. I can't see a single reason you would take the Narwhal by itself here. It doesn't contribute towards anything. It just benefits from other combos? Oh boy, I don't really like any of these. I'm gonna take the Revolver. Give me a gun. Left-handed, your leftmost weapon does 24 additional damage. Final Flame, your rightmost burn item has +8 burn. Or Final Dose, your rightmost poison item has +6 poison. Very common open choice here for the old Vanessa. I like left-handed for weapon, but it's so much less quick than just getting a lighter and Final Flame. Or any source of haste and pufferfish poison. Give me Final Flame. Alia sells weapons. Lost and Found is a small non-weapon item. Strange Mushroom, the possibility of picking up early skill, 2 to 4 gold, or an experience. With Final Flame? Give me a small non-weapon item. It's Clamra. But now I can go to Pyro and see if I can get the lighter from Pyro. Having a lighter on board would be incredible for us. It's so much damage. Single-handedly, the lighter would be able to carry me through a lot of early fights. Giving me the ability to spend my own focus on other things. Like a good defensive package to run alongside it. That could be good. Alright, buddy, give me the lighter. 1 and 3. Oh, got it! Bakun sells medium and large items. Battlefield for a small weapon. Nufu sells skills. I don't want skills this early. Bakun sells medium and large items. There's a couple of those I'm pretty interested in.
Oh, hello. I mean,
oh, wow.
My business.
All right. Trebuchet's here. When you burn, haste an item for a second.
Show those stumps back home. I'm gonna be a business tree.
For sure. I'll field a lighter and a trebuchet. So the lighter every 3 seconds is going to burn for 9, default 1, but it's got the additional +8 from Final Flame. And then Trebuchet, when you burn, haste an item for a second. It also, every 8 seconds, burns for 8 and deals 10 damage. Great. Snack time, bronze tier skills, and Kina. Now I'm okay with going for bronze tier skills. Anything related to flame is lovely. Yeah, Immolating Spark, your leftmost burn item has +4 burn. There's also Stunning Strike, the first time you crit each fight, freeze an item for 4 seconds. Your medium items deal 6 additional damage, or Bloodhound, the first time your opponent falls below half health each fight, charge your items 1 second. By the time they're falling below half health, we're already winning the fight, because we're putting a bunch of DOTs on them. So it's Immolating Spark, definitely for us. Cinders. I gotta say, Dually burn build is really, really strong for burn early, and it also comes with shielding in a couple of implements. Okay, they don't have burn. Never mind, I got this. They have no scaling on board. Actually, no, they do have scaling for their defense from Wallace. The only thing is I'm also going to be gaining so much burn over the top of them that they're not going to keep any shield for any long period of time. First fight down. I mean, I will happily go all in on burn. I like burn a lot. House party for a small friend, which this early does matter, especially because I haven't leveled up yet. That would be giving me a friend before I level up, giving me the option to take loot scavenger, scavenge for items, I think is actually the name of it, where you get 2 loot items or 4 if you have a friend. Orion sells tools. There's definitely tools I care about. Lighter, I care about heavily. I care about Star Chart. Star Chart at all? I care about any of the things that allow me to navigate a dock event. But realistically, I think getting the small friend so that I have one is really important. Catfish. When this gains haste, give a +1 poison for the fight.
Place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
We didn't get the relevant option here. We do get befriend if I wanted another friend. I'll be taking meditation for 2 more experience just to try and spike us a little bit. I'm going to pop catfish on the board as it is a possible haste target. Clamor is okay for slowing things down, but only when I level it up. At the moment, it slows an item for a single second every 9 seconds, as well as once when it comes into the field. I'll pop a revolver on the field for damage. Midsworth, small and large items. I mean, there are a fair few hits in small and large items. Trebuchet and lighter both come to mind first and foremost. But it's hard for me on day 1 or 2 to turn down abandoned chest. Here, I don't think I want any of the loot that I could really pick up from any of these characters. Are there things I could theoretically benefit from? Yes. Are there things that would be fully transformative? Not so much. Like, Giant Mosquito could give me, at the start of each fight, haste a weapon for 3 seconds, which is nice, but it won't change the run fundamentally. Insect Wings, nice, won't change the run fundamentally. Tent City Mare, relatively similar. Pickups there as well. The real reason here to go for the Rogue Scrapper is because I definitely can do enough damage to beat it, and I can get much more golden experience, which is so transformative this early on. If I get 3 experience out of this fight, I get 1 experience for moving a space afterwards, so I'm already level 3, giving me the ability to field 2 more characters, or 2 more spaces rather, as well as getting 100 max HP. It's pretty likely at the end of day 2, I verse another character who is not yet level 3. That gives me a lot of power over them.
Maybe a skirmish.
Junkyard Club. This is a silver Junkyard Club. When you sell this, your weapons gain 6 damage.
Another empty chest, waiting to be filled.
I'm going to take meditation again here. Friends with benefits for some 4% crit to the board. There's an aquatic item for free. There's 6 damage on my trebuchet or revolver, as the case may be, which I would put it on. But I'm going to take the 2 additional experience. I'm going to field the Junkyard Club. Gold equal to riches. Get chocolate bars. I'm going to go to chocolate bars. And I'm going to get 5 gold tiers. I want health. Get a tool from the workshop. Alia sells weapons. Or Finn's Big Bite. So Finn's Big Bite is a really appealing option here because it will give us... I don't have any shield items and I don't have any healing items on board. So I'm not going to take the 2 options from Finn's that support healing and shield items. But there is an option that gives you 5% of your max HP as well as 5 regeneration. 5 regeneration this early on is a lot when you have no shield.
Food is life. Our bodies are just containers for it.
Also, 5% max health is not negligible here for us. It's 27.5. Ah! I misclicked. I looked at the 5%. I saw green on both sides of it. I misclicked. Look, it's a human thing. People make mistakes. I don't feel great about that. It could easily cost us a fight. It could easily cost us even this one. It won't though.
Bring her about. I've got another.
So I was just, you know, I did that to lull my enemy into a false sense of security, you see.
I flow like the waves.
Anyone buying that? JJ sells items. Bronze tier skills from Pip. Alright, JJ.
Bazaar's a crazy place, right?
I don't want Langshan. I don't want jellyfish. I already got friends, and I don't want shark claws, so I'll take a roll. Oh, okay, yeah, if you'll give me the trebuchet upgrade, that's great.
Keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
Trebuchet upgrade, when you burn, haste an item for 2 seconds now, rather than a single second. Also, it's burning for 18 and dealing 30 damage, which is not bad either. I'm gonna sell Junkyard Club and pick up a silencer,
About this weather, we're... Oh, you're leaving.
which I'll add to the revolver. Get a poison item. Ollie sells weapons. I don't have much money, so I'm gonna get a pufferfish poison item. And there it is. Well, all my burn triggers now carry poison with them, but the poison they give is so little that I don't even think I want to field pufferfish right now. Eccentric Etherite. Again, would be the strongest of the enemies that I'm capable of taking it down. And again, I do think I would be pretty good at taking them down. Rigged, the skill that they have, is very good for us. The Dabbling Apprentice does not... No! You don't have any of the potions I care about. It doesn't have the haste potion and it doesn't have the rainbow potion. They do have a fire potion and bottled lightning, but neither of those appeal deeply to me. I'm gonna go to the Eccentric Etherite. This shouldn't be a problem for us. We've got a lot of burn. Yeah, we have enough burn that the enemy is not gaining stacks of shields that they can hit us with.
Power outage!
That'll roll us through that fight comfortably.
It's over already. We barely got our flags up. Place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
Get a citrus and a coconut if you have a friend. Additional citrus, additional coconut. I suspect that will be what I do. 2 regeneration and 20 max HP. So now I have 7 regeneration. Don't tell me. Don't you dare. I could get that. I could get some 4 regeneration and start to feel a little bit better. Pole sells large items. I don't think I'm likely to find a silver tier trebuchet in there that I can afford, especially. Mountain Pass, opportunity to fight, regenerative tincture, again, regen. I need some income. Orion sells tools, cabin fishing. I'm gonna go to the lost chest again, supporting my income further.
My fight isn't with you.
I really feel like this fight is probably gonna be the one that I would win if I had 5 regen. You have a repeater already? When you use another ammo item, use this. Thankfully, they have only 2 other ammo items on board, but they're reloading the grenade. I can't do anything about that. 5 additional regen wouldn't have done anything about that.
Next time, boys, less blunder, more plunder.
Vermeer sells crit skills. Alia sells weapons. I don't really think crit skills are where it's at for us. First time you use a large item each fight, adjacent items gain 15% crit chance for the fight. That's not bad. That's not bad. First time you crit each fight, freeze an item. I'd do that if I already had. Well, actually, I have a 20% chance to crit from the revolver. No, fights last long enough. I'm going to go flanking criticals. Oh, really? Still, absolutely no loot being offered to us. I really would have loved some. Let's take a weapon here. Shoeblade. Really almost nothing for us there, unfortunately. Argenta sells silver tier skills. The best silver tier skill we could get would be Hotspot, which is not on offer here. Flanking shots. The first time you use a large item each fight, adjacent weapons gain 15 damage for the fight. Gunner, some additional damage for weapons. I'm gonna go with flanking shots, and I guess I'm gonna field that. There we go. So both the revolver and the shoe blade will gain damage and crit when the trebuchet activates for the first time. Deadly Crooner. Now, I know you to have some good value in there. You've got a Ganjo, you've got left-handed as a skill. Yeah, actually, never mind. That's a little less than I wanted. Bloodreef Raider. That's a silver tier revolver in Bloodreef Raider, which I could get, which would be nice. But there's also the Boiler Room Brawler. How do you turn him down? He has an energy potion. He has an energy potion. It's so easy. With Vanessa, you have so many ways of reloading this. It's so difficult to turn down. An opportunity for it. And also, there's so many other hits. Time to tinker as well when you haste, shield 10. Sharpening stone wasn't a hit, but whatever. Workshop to get a tool, or Sterling sells silver tier items. There's a lot of tools that will do nothing for this board state, so I'm gonna go Sterling. That's a very early port. It's difficult to turn that down, just because if I do find a haste potion or anything like that, this is a really premium tool for reloading them. This gives me so many outs for builds, whereas Trebuchet and Lighter, especially because I haven't gotten much other flame support since then, is definitely starting to wane down. So I'm trying to set up my off-ramp effectively here. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a good idea now as well for me to sell the Sharpening Stone for increased damage on the Revolver. Aerodrome go almost anywhere. Tox Clocks, Haste, Slow, and Cooldown. So, Haste, Slow, and Cooldown, there's a lot of hits in there as well. But unfortunately, I don't have that much money I can spare. So I'm going to go get a random item. Ah, it's a grenade. Not a bad pick in a world where I also have a port. None of that dislodges what I put on board today, though. Sinkato has lost 0 fights so far, so I expect to probably lose to her. I'm gonna guess it's a final... Oh, it's not a final dose build. Oh, wow, but it has mixed message already. When you use a non-weapon item, a weapon gains haste for a second. And you got a lot of burn on that board as well. Wow. Yeah, yikes. Yeah, that's yikes.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round.
Nufa sell skills, and those matter a lot. Again, Hotspot would be the biggest hit right now. First time you use a large item each fight, adjacent items gain 7 burn for the fight. Not especially interested in that. First time you poison an enemy each fight, freeze an item for 3 seconds. I'll definitely take it. We'll upgrade the port to gold so that I'm getting gold items from the port now.
Inspire the crew.
Colt sells ammo items. I go to Colt if I want to pitch my entire board right now. But Trebuchet is still powerful. But all of the rest of that could leave. Pufferfish isn't even really doing that much for us. I'm gonna go work at the docks, and I'm working for a tool. Cauldron, every 4 seconds, burn 2, poison 1. I'm gonna replace the catfish with that. I don't know if it stays, but I think it's good right now. Go get the trebuchet, flanked by the items that want to benefit from its crit. It's also additional haste triggers, so it's additional pufferfish. Gorgon Nobel versus all the way down to the preening duelist. The preening duelist is definitely going to have ammo-related things. Pistol sword is probably the best ammo-related thing they have. When you use another ammo item, this deals 15 damage. And then Gorgon Nobel is back towards poison. She does have poison things that I would be particularly interested in, actually. I'm going to go Gorgon Noble.
Who sent you? That cretin, Harrow.
We managed to stack a huge amount of burn on her before she really started inflicting any poison on us. By the time her paralytic gaze, petrifying gaze rather, by the time that goes off, she'd already accrued enough DOT to die.
Waste of gunpowder.
Toxic Clockwork Blades. When you sell this, reduce your item's cooldowns by 2%. I don't want to field that, definitely. Sterling sells silver tier items. There's so many of those that would help me pivot right now. Star charts so that I can actually go to things. Musket. When you burn, reload this one ammo. Every 5 seconds, deal 60 damage. 100% crit chance. That's 120 damage. I definitely just replaced Shoeblade and Revolver with that. There's no reason not to. No good reason not to, at least. Let's get rid of Clamora, Silencer. Gear Nola I probably want to get rid of, but it might be a pivotal shielding tool for a small period of time for us. Definitely get rid of the Catfish as well now. I'll be taking Star Charts. Lockbox, when you win a fight, this gains 1 value. Your weapons have additional damage equal to its value. Not for me, thank you. Tox Clocks, haste, slow, and cooldown items. I'll be going with the Losts and leveling up here, thank you. Your burn items gain an additional burn, or your poison items gain an additional poison. Your poison items gain an additional poison so that I get the haste triggers from Pufferfish to give twice as much poison is really huge. And I think Pufferfish is more likely to stay on the build long term, assuming I can find something like a haste potion would be especially good. Ooh, they've got a Trebuchet Golden. When they burn, they hasten item for 3 seconds. Devastating. These musket crits are huge. Yep. Single-handedly got me that fight.
I paint my ship red, but I don't use paint.
Pole sells large items, and at this point, it's not exceptionally unlikely I could hit Trebuchet. It's even an outside chance I could hit Port. Ooh, Flashbang is an incredible pickup here. Flashbang. It's a small item. Every 6 seconds, 5.1 because it's next to the star chart. Every 6 seconds, slow all enemy items for 4 seconds. The downside of Flashbang is that it only has 1 ammo. However, if it's on the board with Port, it has 2 additional max ammo. I don't have a haste package yet, but like, that's an insanely powerful disruptive package. Cauldron also does burn every 4 seconds, so the musket will be fully reloaded. I could field Port and Flashbang instead of Trebuchet and Lighter. The fight would get significantly slower. There are some fights I might win by it just being significantly slower.
It's just straight boulders. This is more fun.
We have Crow's Nest, Electric Eels, and Cove here. I'm tempted by none of them. I roll and find nothing else I'm tempted by either. Yikes. Flagship, if you have another tool, ammo, property, or friend. So... hang on. I thought Ginola counted as a tool. It does not. If it was a tool and an ammo at the same time, that could have been nice, because Port is aquatic. Sorry, is a property, rather. which should give us some additional multicast to that flagship there. Is there ever a world where I do take flagship? So if 3 spots on my board were port, 3 spots on my board were flagship. Flagship now has 1 multicast. And it needs an ammo-related item for a second multicast. Tool and friend. Friends are unlikely to be on the board with port. Because what? It's 3 spaces for port, 3 spaces for flagship, and then 2 spaces for pufferfish. I have 2 spaces left on my board after that, total. For all of the items that I'm supposed to be benefiting from port with. So what? Flashbang? Just 1 flashbang at that point? It's not. It's not the play, I don't think, unfortunately.
In and out, here and there, so rushed, so confused.
Thankfully, we picked up a star chart so that we can go to the docks, work for 6 gold into experience. There we go. Realistically, those are the items that I want to decrease the cooldown of. I think I win these fights regardless of whether or not I field port. There's no way that that foreman has an energy potion or something cool like that, right? No, in fact, the foreman has 0 ammo items at all. Dire Ringlet absolutely does not. And Lone Shark. Yeah, I'm not really thrilled about fighting any of these. I suppose I will fight the Lone Shark because I can. And in fact, I think against the Lone Shark, I am going to trade these tools. Now the Cauldron is benefiting from Immolating Spark as well as Final Flame, which is nice. But also, if I wanted to, I could completely replace that with a Lighter that's benefiting from both of them, and Axe Faster, and Gear Bar. In order to get some some shielding, rather. Yeah, I think this is probably significantly better for the Lone Shark fight. So, Port also wants to be adjacent to any items that want to gain crit chance, and any items that want to gain damage. Other than that, let's go to the fight. So I think this will do better in the Lone Shark fight, because the Lone Shark has access to haste, courtesy of Crashing Waves. Whenever they use an aquatic item, they haste another weapon for a single second. So by putting the flashbang on the field, I give myself the possibility of countering their haste and slowing them down significantly. So even though I'm slowing down my own damage by no longer putting, you know, the trebuchet and the lighter and all of the other burn tools on the field, even in lack of that,
Was that even a battle?
I'm fine.
Maybe a skirmish.
Shark Ray. When you haste, this gains 25 damage for the fight. I love an idea of getting a Shark Ray to actually just pop the hell off, instead of using Pufferfish as the poison, sorry, as the haste payoff. Get aquatic item, citrus. Your leftmost ammo item has additional ammo. Your burn items have 1 more burn. I think I go burn items have 1 more burn. And that affects during the inventory as well. Furnace for a small burn item. Middle sells medium items. Colt sells ammo items. Colt sells ammo items, but not ones I care about. It could sell musket or port that I would be interested in.
Don't worry, mate. I'll look out for you.
Repeater. When you use another ammo item, use this. Are we going full ammo build now? I definitely think it's time to get rid of the trebuchet. I don't want to get rid of the cauldron, but realistically, yeah, it is. Like, on a trigger of 3.4, it poisons for 2, or every haste trigger. Not that haste triggers are happening ridiculously commonly at the moment. When you use another aquatic or ammo item, says Torpedo, this gains 30 damage for the fight. If the item is large, also reload 1 ammo.
See you later.
See you later. I'm gonna pop that on field. I need to replace musket with... Yeah, honestly, I'll replace it with Gear Bar and lighter at the moment. So my damage is no longer coming from the musket. My damage is coming from all of my ammo items triggering the repeater and exhausting a lot of ammo through the repeater, and all of that scaling my torpedo up to be very large. Holding a harpoon for the possible future, I think is... I don't want to pat myself on the back too hard by saying it's a really smart play. I'm going to say it's reasonably clever at this point in time.
Small
Bakuna.
items, small people. I love them all.
Ballista, I've never got to play with you. When you use an ammo item, this gains 1 multicast for the fight. I've never gotten to play with that. I'd love to.
Don't you have anything smaller?
I don't think... Torpedo is no longer the payoff. The payoff is definitely Ballista now, so...
I bet Quixel or Midsworth would like this.
The only thing is I also want other ammo items that happen commonly, so the Ballista is happy. Because right now it's just Flashbang triggers itself and Repeater. Repeater triggers itself. So it's 3 triggers before we get to the first Ballista, and the Ballista isn't even that quick. If I had Gear Bar, that's another 4 triggers for multicast from Ballista. I think that's more impactful than the burn from the lighter at this point. Wanted poster as well. If you win a fight against a player, gain 2 experience. If you had it on your board, so I don't have to have it on my board. I'm gonna turf the harpoon for that.
Really my size, but I guess I'll take it.
And I suppose I'm also turfing the star chart.
Here.
Yeah, I suspect that's the strongest board that I can field at the moment.
My fight is
Alright, Nutmax.
but if you insist.
My people.
Have you hit the nut?
Boring.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Landscraper, when you use an item, shield equal to double this item's value. And you've also got a spiky shield there to be able to deal the damage that that's capable of building. Thankfully, my Ballista is gonna cut away all of your shielding. I got a casual 26. The multicast on this Ballista is great.
Next time I'll show you what I learned.
90 by 42. Why was it 42? How did that happen?
You predictable. You move in straight lines.
I could have oh, wow. Of course the Docs event turns up now. Sleeping Potion. Slow 2 items for 8 seconds every 5 seconds. Flashbang, if I could haste the Flashbang, it would already keep them permaslowed, so I don't think I want to do that. Middle sells medium items or the Docs where I can try and use medium items. I'm gonna go to middle.
Have what you need. I'll help you find who does.
Oh, Luncheon! Way too late for you, buddy. There's another harpoon if I wanted to buy it back. Yikes.
See that mountain? That's Pole. He might have what you need.
Sells burn skills, says Molifong. I'm gonna gain weaponry. Good gosh! The game really doesn't want to give me any loot from those options. That's really unfortunate. Loot is a great, great pickup. An aquatic item, that's the most likely to help me. Captain's Wheel. When you use a large item, use this. That's hilarious with the idea of a Ballista on the field. It just doing 42 stacks of the Captain's Wheels effect. The only thing is the Captain's Wheel itself doesn't have ammo, and I need ammo slots on the board desperately. Repeater is great because it doubles every other ammo trigger, so I just want these 2 slots to be great. Replacing the Gianola bar with the energy bar would be my preference. Oh, Thug, you have an energy, don't you? No, you don't, but you have Bonk. Enemy cooldowns are increased by 1 second, as well as the Thieves Guild Medallion, both of those good pickups. I don't believe Shock Trooper. Yeah, Shock Trooper has Plasma Grenade, which is, burn both players for 5, and slow all enemy items for 1 second. It's just significantly worse than Flashbang. Alright, let's head to Thug. Sergeant Suds doesn't get a look in. I'm not using enough tools to ever care about him. Spices isn't bad. Spices, your weapons gain damage equal to your weakest weapon's damage for the fight. That could be a really good way to buff up the damage of the Ballista. Oh! I only just realized the Ballista is also an ammo item. And it doesn't say when you use another ammo item, this gains 1 multicast. It says when you use an ammo item. So that means the Ballista doubles its own multicast. I need to get CDR on that Ballista. CDR cooldown reduction.
Spineless as a jellyfish.
Oh! Improvised Bludgeon. When you sell this, your leftmost slow item gains +2 slow. With the Flashbang, that means 100% slow uptime. That's great. Paul sells large items, and boy, I gotta tell you, there are 2 I would be happy to see. Trebuchet's back, Cove, and Water Wheel, no thank you. Oh, yikes. Well, I can't tell you I was seeing what I wanted to see, but that's 7 gold. Yeah. I'm gonna sell the Captain's Wheel, Pufferfish, and the Lighter to pick up the Tropical Island.
Dust in my palm.
When you slow, gain 2 regeneration for the fight. However, that's not what it's relevant for. At the start of each hour, gain a coconut or citrus. It's going to be a gold tier coconut or citrus, so it's going to be 30 max HP or 3 regen, I think. And that's at the start of every hour. That's pretty big. Ammo skills at C4. Legitimately, there are some ammo skills that matter enough that I think I have to visit him and just sell the Tropical Island if they turn up. When you use an ammo item, burn 3. That's not bad. Flashy reload when you crit. Reload another ammo item, 1 ammo. That's really good because the Ballista will then be triggering the repeater while the Ballista is going off if I'm critting. And the port will give crit chance. Well, 30 max HP, and then I get Flashy Reload. I always knew that was possible there, but like, I was really hoping it wasn't going to turn
Go
up,
ahead.
you know?
Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
So enemies that scale shields exclusively, I'll beat. Yeah. I will likely beat this. There's the full slow to the enemy board, giving me a lot more time to act. And then there's the first volley of the Ballista. At this point, the Ballista has a 15% crit chance, so it is reloading the repeater 15% of the time and then immediately triggering it because it's another ammo item that's getting used. The enemy does have shields, but I'm whittling it away before they hit me with their spiky shields. Before the Ballista even finishes firing, it hits its next attack. So you've heard of perma haste. Have you heard of perma attack?
Bravery without strength is a sword without a blade.
One of these days you're gonna have to give me some loot. Otherwise I'm gonna believe it's been removed from the game. Give me an ammo item this time. A cannon I can't use, okay. we pick up Battery. Oh, that's a hit. Battery, charge the item to the left of this 3 seconds every 4 seconds. I'm going to put that in the port. So it will faster charge the port, which will cause the port to reload all items for 2 ammo and charge them for a second. So this should just make everything a lot faster for our board state. There is also actually a really good argument that Battery should hit the Ballista instead, and I'm going to do that because the argument's a lot better. Bakun sells medium and large items. I don't have the money right now to go to places and dig. Professor Wriggle sells poison skills. I'd like something like the first time you use a large item poison, because then I can trigger paralytic poison. The first time you poison each fight, freeze an item. I'm going to take that, actually. I'm going to take that rare opportunity. Sadly, I didn't hit it. Flanking toxins. The first time you use a large item each fight, your adjacent poison items gain poison. There's also your poison items gain poison. You freeze for an extra second, or when you poison, gain crit chance. I gave it a chance, just in case. Do I have friends at the moment? Ooh, I don't have any friends. I gotta get a friend. I'm gonna go to a block party and meet a pet rock. Cooldown reduction exists at Cosmic Rock, which is definitely the most impactful of these. Wandering Shoal, I don't think has that much for us. Thick Hide is pretty good when you slow charge an item a second, so we get a lot of charge out of the flashbang. Cosmic Rock has been disappointing me a lot by not giving me any of the CDR items. You know what? I'm gonna go to the Wandering Shoal instead then. Wandering Shoal doesn't disappoint me. Oh man. Oh man, the Ballista. Oh man, the Ballista. I need to get ways for the Ballista to scale its damage over the course of the fight. Or even just scale its damage in general.
See that plank? Walk it.
Seaweed, when using aquatic item, this gains 10 healing. Not really that relevant for us. Nufu sells skills though. Hotshot, when you use your leftmost item, burn 2. It's honestly still not that much burn, even when it's 100 burn from the Ballista, because it's up against the 100 damage Ballista's doing constantly there as well. Stunning Strike to first time I crit each fight, freeze an enemy item for 4 seconds rather. That's significantly more impactful than Hotspot to us.
My skills are not weapons. A blade can prune a garden.
You know what? Give me 1,000 shield at the start of the next fight. I'm gonna upgrade the port to diamond.
The keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
So now we're gonna be getting diamond tier items. Oh, that's such a sick
I may be
skin.
young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms. You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
Oh, they got a full ammo build going on. Oh, they've even got sleeping potion for slowing my items. I've got flashbang for slowing theirs, but their build has already started. Mine hasn't even fired yet. Oh boy. Yeah, this isn't great for me. I do a huge amount of damage.
But I don't.
But I was
Defeat
perma-slowed.
does not defeat me.
I need haste for my board. Vehicles, no. Chocolate bars, some more HP, but probably no. Noxious potion, poison both players for 10 every 3 seconds? No. No, I don't want that. I'm gonna go to the treasure chest for an item because I don't want any of the other choices there that much. Honing steel, every 4 seconds give the weapon to the right of this plus 15 damage for the fight. Not really how I want to improve the damage of the Ballista. I'd instead want to do something like going to the Artisan Dunes, finding a better craftsman, and giving 10 damage to my leftmost weapon. Weapons platform, though. You, my friend. Weapons platform. When you use a large item, haste 2 small items for 2 seconds. That would be incredible. They also have a gold battery there that would be nice. Ferrous Khan, you do have an energy potion. Dang. I think Ferrous Khan actually beats us, though. Whereas I feel like I still beat the weapons platform because I can slow all their stuff. Ballista is about to just, start perma attacking. It's gonna be skills, I think, that help the Ballista really scale its damage. Wow! We got it! Distributed systems! When you use a large item, like the port or the Ballista, which has multi-strike, haste 2 small items for 2 seconds. So the battery and the flashbang are gonna be perma-hasted by the distributed systems. That's so cool! Yeah! Oh, games are fun. JJ sells items. Midsworth sells small and large items. And the recycling center. I'm going to be going to Midsworth. Midsworth? I only want Ballista right now. JJ, why don't you show me a broader range of items?
A customer.
Cannonade. When you use a weapon, deal 100 damage. The only problem is I need to use ammo items to scale up what the Ballista is capable of doing. And if I don't do that, it won't do that many attacks, so it won't be able to benefit from the cannonade that much, sadly. Bursts? Hang on. My board has been in the wrong orientation for a time. Port needs to be giving its damage to both the Ballista and the Repeater. The battery was in between them because I was trying to charge the Ballista, but I forgot about everything else. Blunderbuss, when you burn, charge this for a second. Okay, well, Hotshot would be good now, as it would charge the Blunderbuss. But also, Blunderbuss has 2 spaces. I don't know if it does make its way onto this board, even with Hotshot. I'll reroll. I really want Energy Potion, but maybe I don't need it if I have enough haste from the distributed systems. Oh, we roll and hard don't hit here. Scavenger hunt! Finally! Do I have a friend at the moment? Yeah, I do! I made sure that I had one. Yay! Give me 4 loot items. Oh my god, we got double CDR loot items. That's huge! Okay, so Ballista. Going left on my side, I'm gonna reduce your cooldown by 4% and then 3%. And I'm gonna move you back. And now you activate every 9.3 seconds. That's a lot faster. Barkun sells medium and large items. Yeah, Repeater and Ballista.
Sell you things.
Are really good hits there. I'm not gonna go for Weather Glass. If I already had and was holding in my inventory, I'm gonna take the Astrolabe for working at the... Oh!
I'm gonna be a business tree.
I'm a dummy. I don't think you can get the working at the docks event anymore. I think we're too late in the game for it. So that Astrolabe pickup was also a misclick. Similar to not having 5 regen at this point. Just a misclick. So I could be crit out of a... The main weakness of this build is I realistically need to get to the second time the Ballista fires, and it takes 18 seconds to get there. Oh no. With Bonk, it takes 20 seconds to get... I'm dead to this build. That's so much haste. They've got a Diamond Astrolabe. They've got Weather Glass on the field. I still haven't fired my first shot at them. I'm doing good damage right now. I got him to half health, but I always knew that was happening. Alright, what random enchantment do we get? Healing. Healing. Interesting. I mean, the port, yeah, will just heal us for 135 when we do it. Repeater? Repeater will heal us for 90 every time it triggers. That's not bad. Battery, 45 when it activates. Flashbang, 70 when it activates. Ballista. So Ballista will heal us for 240 every time it activates. I have to do that. As much as I wanted to save this for just getting lifesteal, it's also healing us for more than it would be lifestealing for at the moment. Also, I've got a note. If we upgrade the Ballista, it'll get 2 multicast. Every time I use an ammo item, it'll get 2 multicast. That matters. Small friend, rare event, or... Alia sells weapons. Give it to me. Switchblade. When you use an adjacent weapon, give it plus 10 damage for the fight. I think the battery is compulsory for making the Ballista go off fast enough. I think the flashbang is compulsory for countering the enemy. I don't think I can field a Switchblade next to it. I don't think I have the space for it. I don't think I have the space for it yet, I was about to say. But I do now. I'm going to sell Repeater. I'm going to put the shield potion on the field. Every 4 seconds, it shields us for 300, so that's going to give us a lot more longevity in the fight. I'm going to take the Switchblade.
My weapon, I fight alongside you.
When you use an adjacent weapon, give it plus 10 damage for the fight. It, importantly. Port is not going to be giving crit to Restorative Ballista. The Ballista needs to be left of the battery, and it needs to be adjacent to the Switchblade. Charge the item to the left of this. Yeah, so it will be there. So I miss out on the port giving flashy reload. It doesn't need to use flashy reload now that the repeater's not on the field. So that means the crit chance from flanking criticals isn't that bad to lose. Flanking shots, I lose 15 damage on the Restorative Ballista, but it's so that I can get so much more with the Switchblade. Arbalest, when this hastes, gain 10 damage. Jeet and the double barrel don't go on this build. Curio, bronze tier junk items. Yes, please.
Everything you need. Just a matter of finding it.
Sell Astrolabe and scrap Hone Steel. Okay, I'll take 2 regeneration.
Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything.
I'll
Forms my rusty circuits to see that find on.
I'll take any of these that increase damage or
That's been
healing.
sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Or experience.
That's a bargain.
Leftmost weapon gains the damage there. Okay. Knee brace for holding for cooldown reduction tech is probably still relevant. And Spike's Buckler for more initial damage there on the Restorative Ballista again. I mean, we're giving crit chance to the shield potion. There's nothing wrong with that. Honestly? We don't have perma-haste on port. That's the real problem with this, the fact that we don't have an energy potion on field. But we have perma-haste on literally everything else. I think that's got to be good enough. The reason I say this here is because we're up against Hulking Experiment, who does have an energy potion. And we're also up against Trash Titan, who doesn't. But Trash Titan does have two things I'd be interested in. Heavy weaponry, which is a gold skill. Your large weapons deal 72 additional damage. That'd be great. And juggler, when you use a small item, charge a large item for 1 second. We can see here the restorative ballista is getting really, really big. I'm staying healthy the entire time, and the enemy is dead. Okay, that works well. I'm not really comfortable against enemies with. That's a shame. Venomanda, when you use the item to the left of this, gain 1 regen for the fight. I mean, I use restorative a lot, but 1 regen. Oh. Let's get 4 loot items here. Yikes to get no cooldown reduction, unfortunately. JJ sells items. Look at those.
Sometimes I sell stuff.
There's a crow's nest here. Weapons have 100% crit chance. If you have exactly 1 weapon, that weapon has lifesteal, which means it'd be reloading other stuff. I don't know. No. That's... We get more damage with having more items on the field like we do at the moment.
Maybe if I got better goods.
Let me get a non-weapon item just because I don't think any of the other ones really have a benefit for us. It's going to be a piranha at the start of each day. Yay! And then Dust and Bones. All right, Dust and Bones.
Go ahead. Underestimate me.
I will. I think your board is empty. Oh boy, it's not empty. That's destroying my items. What's my shield potion? Probably the least impactful thing to kill first, at least. Thankfully, now the restorative ballista has started going off. It doesn't actually need help. So, sure, you took the switchblade, but the restorative ballista is not going to stop firing for, ever. It's just going to keep going.
Landlords make you predictable. You move in straight lines.
Bjorn sells freeze skills, which is a nice opportunity to pick up.
Can I help you?
First time you burn each fight, I don't do that. When you freeze, no. First time you slow each fight, freeze an item for 5 seconds, yep, I do that.
If I find out you've been slowing the Tower District traffic.
Nufu sells skills, you see. First time you use a large item each fight adjacent poison items, no. When your enemy has more health than you, your weapons have their cooldowns reduced by 10%. That will sometimes be relevant, but no. When you use a weapon, give it 3 damage for the fight tempering.
As long as you draw breath, your
Yeah.
journey is not complete.
Get a friend. I don't want to have to trade away literally 500 max HP at this point for no pain, no gain. So I'll gain 2 experience and move onwards. Frost Potion. Freeze 4 items for 2 seconds every 5 seconds. Yeah, yep, that goes on board. Yeah, the ability to prevent the enemy from playing the game, I actually think, well, tie me down, I actually think that might be good. Slowing them doesn't matter if you freeze them instead. And that'll be perma-hasted because of the restorative ballista. Oh my god! Lord of the Wastes versus Trash Titan. Lord of the Wastes it has a lot of stuff. Trash Titan? Trash Titan's real strength, again, is the possibility of picking up Juggler. Or the Ballista damage upgrade. Either of the skills from Trash Titan would actually slap hard. Gimme. Gimme. I want him. Give me him, dude. Juggler, please. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's mean. Give me a skill.
Gunpowder.
Ectoplasm, every 6 seconds, poison 3, and then heal equal to your enemy's poison. Rude. All sells weapons. I'll be looking for
warriors
just Ballista here, thank you.
Buy my weapons, and you might.
Which I don't find, but
All my
I'm so
weapons have been tested in battle.
Have you?
I'm so comfortable with the Ballista that I know that I'm not replacing it, so I don't need to even really entertain the other available options. I'll take 14 regeneration though, try and keep me alive for a little bit of time. I'm gonna get 2 items after this round. Yep, 2 items after this round. All right, Seabessa. Ooh.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
You've lost 1 more time than me. But we're both on death's door here. Ooh, fiber optics. When you use your leftmost item, charge your rightmost item 1 second. That's very appealing often. I've started to freeze your stuff though. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. Woof. So is that my 7th? Yeah, okay. 15 damage. That's like a single activation of the restorative ballista. I'm gonna go to experience. I'm looking to get closer to just upgrade an item, which I think is level 16 now. All you sells weapons. Do you sell ballistas though?
But I can help you finish a fight.
Anchor. When you use an adjacent item, this gains haste for 2 seconds. Not fast enough, thanks. There's the repeater back if I wanted it, and the blunderbuss too.
The Bazaar is not kind to the weaponless.
Uzi. Okay. Do I do maths? Is it maths time? Let's do 10 seconds, right, on this board. Let's do a simplified version of 10 seconds on this board. I'm going to ignore the impact of battery, shield, and frost potion and port, because they'll be the same. My comparison is does Switchblade, by triggering the restorative ballista every time it attacks to get 10 additional damage this fight, is that better than the Uzi just giving it multicast? So before the restorative ballista triggers for the first time, the Uzi will have used 4 ammunition, which means that on the first cast of the restorative ballista, compared to when the Switchblade is on the board, it will have 4 more casts, which means the second time, it will have 8 more. This will be hasted, increasing the speed of multicast growth on the restorative ballista. Do I need the damage to scale faster, or do I need do I need the damage to scale faster or the multicast? So typically, actually the battery activates it 3 seconds sooner than that. So the Uzi only triggers twice. The battery triggers once. Shield potion once. Frost potion once. So it's 3, it doubles the amount of multicast in the original ballista. So it's comparing because we have 3 damage growth from tempering as well as 10 from Switchblade. So Switchblade is still definitely growing it faster. But Uzi compounds. The thing is, Restorative Ballista also gets to the point where it's firing constantly within like 2 barrages anyway, just with the Switchblade. It would also get there within 2 barrages with the Uzi. It would just do a lot more in the first hit. I'm gonna run the Uzi for the moment. Let's take Nufu's skills. Nufu sells skills. Let me go to Nufu. Or maybe I go back to the main menu and then go to Nufu. Either or works for me. As long as I get to go to Nufu. Because I hear that guy sells
I do not
skills.
teach violence. I teach mastery over it.
When you slow, your weapons gain 3 damage for the fight. I don't have the when you use ammo slow, unfortunately. I have a lot of things that benefit from slow, but no slow. Frostfire, the first time you burn each fight, freeze an item. I don't even have burn. Your large items have plus 40% crit chance, that's pretty good. When you crit, your weapons gain 10 damage for the fight. I want both of those, I guess, but when you crit, your weapons gain 10 damage to the fight. I can find more ways to give crit to the Restorative Ballista or Uzi.
As long as you draw breath, your training is not complete.
Veteran Octopus here I can beat, definitely. Sparring partner would be... I mean, sparring partner would be a really good way to just see the Restorative Ballista pop off. Like, literally give it the largest possible chance to show me how many multicasts it can get.
Go ahead. Hit me as hard as you want.
Alright, buddy. I don't have any... there's nothing on your board I can freeze with the frost potion, so that's not relevant. But let's see what Restorative Ballista can do with its full uptime here. Okay, so it had 6 on the first cast, giving it full casts. And yep, now it's on permacast.
I'm completely destroyed. Excellent work. Very nice.
So it's scaling, it can't stop attacking. If it was Diamond, this would be better. But realistically, Diamond gives it more damage and also gains 2 multicasts at a time, but that's not even that necessary for us. He's been thoroughly destroyed. This is good money. Unfortunately, I will lose just because the Restorative Ballista can't heal me fast enough. Yeah. Starting to see it yo-yo and ping-pong my health around there.
Good job.
Oh, I got one last version of him down. Cool. I mean, look, you might say, Raps, I think you took that fight exclusively for the thumbnail. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep.
It's just one battle.
Looked like it had bugged there for a second, so I jumped back to the main menu, but... yeah, absolutely. Health, toughness, and shield items, not that relevant. Gumballs, give me some damage. I guess Frost Potion should have come off and Restorative Ballista should have had the Switchblade next to it in that fight. Yeah, that would have been right. Oops. We get 1% crit chance to the board, 2 damage to both of our weapons as well. Oh, 3 damage to our weapons. Neat. Siroko's Step, enchanted item with haste effects. There's Guardian's Gorge, enchanted item with shield effects. And Sanguine Valley, enchanter weapon with lifesteal. So Restorative Ballista eventually does have enough damage that lifesteal is better, but by that time it's also doing enough damage that I probably don't care. Siroko's Step, like I want the health given by Restorative Ballista to be larger immediately, not later. So Sanguine Valley doesn't feel like a good replacement for Restorative. Guardian's Gorge, enchanted item with shield effects. So most things, when given this, will just shield us for some amount as well. I think the real value there is putting that on the shielded potion. Because I'm pretty sure, I'm just double checking at the moment. Yes, it just doubles the shield that it provides. In terms of giving haste, I mean, the port is the only item that's not hasted, and it doesn't really need it. Yeah, this is double shields on the shield potion to give us more longevity in fights. So that I have more time while I need to set up my freeze and stuff like that on the enemy. Also, please, give me the Ballista. That's a water wheel, a trebuchet, and a cannonade. I'm noticing. A Ballista? I'll have another 75 damage on that, thank you, as well as now it gains 2 multicast every time I use a ammo item. Now I'm pretty certain that Uzi is a better choice than Switchblade, in that Uzi is going to give it 6 more stacks of multicast before it goes off for the first time. So by the second time the Restorative Ballista goes off, it is definitely infinite. Well, actually, it already is as well from just the other ones, so that's an argument to put the Switchblade back on board. Prince Cold. Unfortunately, you look like you still have prestige enough to lose and stay in the run. So I'm a bit threatened by you. Oh, when your enemy uses an item, slow it for a second and freeze it for a second from the icy tripwire. That's a nightmare. I can't use my restorative. I literally can't do anything about that. Wait, hang on. This frozen item was firing still. Okay, yeah, it can still fire as long as the firing started before it got frozen. Perfect, never mind. We're all good. Woohoo!
Land legs make you predictable. You move in straight lines. I may be young for a captain, but I've
Experience.
Just in case you were wondering, Nufu does sell skills. Right, most burn item has more burn. Large items give more crits. When you crit with an item, you give ammo to else. No, thank you. Both players' weapons have double damage. Yes.
I do not teach fire.
Yes, I will give my Restorative Ballista double damage. Thank you kindly. I'm going to go for a temporary boost until the rest of the day. I would like to have more health. Hulking Experiment. You do have energy potion and that kind of stuff, but that's not really what I'm looking for at this point in the game. Parting Shot you have. When you use an ammo item, give it 5% crit chance for the fight. When you use an ammo item, give it 5% crit chance for the fight. That could be relevant. Although, Volcus Enforcer actually does have a hit for us right now because we have the Frost on the board. Specifically, I mean, sure, any of their things that say when you freeze X, but what I really want from them is not on board. I thought they had a Snowflake, which says when you sell this, give your leftmost freeze item +1 freeze, but they don't have that. Yeah, actually, their stuff is surprisingly weak. Okay, I'm going on the Hulking Experiment. Gimme, Parting, gimme. Oh, it was a skill, but it's the other one. It's some nice regen at least. Slingshot. Every 3 seconds, do 100 damage. Has +1 max ammo for each small item you have. I'll take the 34 additional damage to the restorative ballista would be doubled because I do double damage with my weapons. But I still think the cooldown is the most important thing. Oh my god, we got 2 cooldown reduction items there. That's great. I'm going to put my knee brace on board. I'm going to put the restorative ballista over on the far left. I'm going to reduce its cooldown by 4%, and then another 3% for everything on field. And then I'll swap those exact same tools back, and we'll look. The restorative ballista, previously activating every 9.3 seconds, now activates every 8.6. Also, I didn't even notice this at the time, but I can give it 5% crit chance. All yourselves weapons, which I am going to look at the moment and go, oh yeah, those are weapons. Anyway, none of them are the weapon that I have, so...
But bare hands are not enough.
Let's get a shield item from security. All right. This is the strongest board that I can field. Mick, what is your board doing? Unfortunately, I gave all weapons double damage, so if they just have like a big beast of burden or a dog or something like that, I probably die. Oh, they have a bee. Oh no, they have a bee. That's gonna activate so often. Well, actually, if I freeze it, it won't. Only when the bee is frozen am I capable of playing this game right now. Thankfully, I just froze it again and again. Oh, never mind. They don't have 4 items on the field. Oh, wow, I did die there. Let me take a photo of that for a second. That'll do it. They had a way of scaling the damage of their bee ridiculously there, unfortunately, but I still have to be proud of that. That's a nice victory. Glass cannon scaling their damage as well, but also the restorative ballista doing ridiculous work for us itself. That bee scaled to 2,000 damage lifesteal near the end there. Frost Potion was capable of only freezing 1 item on the field, or keeping those items permafrozen specifically. I didn't get to look at all of their skills, but some reason that bee was capable of breaking out. Which, after the haste was on the board, I didn't think was going to be the case, but they must have had a way of slowing or freezing my Frost Potion from time to time. Because they only had 2 items on their board that could actually activate, the Frost Potion tried to freeze 4 items, it couldn't, it just froze those 2. If I had any additional duration on the Frost Potion, I definitely think we would have won that fight. Pretty close, though, and a pretty fun run, if I do say so myself. I gotta say so myself as well, something along the lines of my name's been Rhapsody, and the name of the game? Well, it's been the Bazaar. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. Top left is a serious playlist for all my content of the game, past, present, future, YouTube recommendations down below, streaming past, and the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. I don't bother thank to. A special thanks to this episode to Disney Beer. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.